Hello, everyone, and welcome to our live. We're running a little bit behind. We're working on getting my brother on, and also I haven't been feeling well, so John's taking very good care of me. He's giving me some tea. So why don't you move on screen, John?
I would like to,
Yes,
but
I
she's
think
monopolizing
we'd
the
all would
space.
love to see you. So this is a very special live tonight because
Okay,
I'm
I'll stay
hoping
here.
I'm hoping that a lot of you have seen the video with. What are you doing?
I'm putting myself on screen.
Are you good yet?
Yes, I think
Can,
I'm
can we
good.
start now?
Maybe.
Okay. So this is a very special live because we are going to have my brother as a guest, and we recently put out a video earlier this week about him buying an RV at the Hershey RV show, and my oh my, was that an experience! So you guys are really going to want to hear about this. In the meantime, let's see who we have here so far. We've got Rick and Darcy. Hey guys from Oregon. We've got Steve from California and Richard from Mississippi. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Hey, go ahead and put in the chat where you're watching us from. This
What
isn't
is this?
this isn't our normal room. Hopefully, I'm seeing streaks from the light up there.
I think
I
it's probably we need
apologize.
to clean the. Let me see.
No, I don't think it's that we need to clean it because I cleaned it earlier. Oh, John, I think no, I think it's just the light. We're not in our normal room. My son's afraid of germs, and so I'm confined to two rooms in the house. I can only go to two rooms in the house. So
Only two.
Yep. New Horizons. Hey, thank you so much for joining us. Yes, and I look very much very. You know what I forgot to do? I'm not
What?
putting people's comments up like that.
Oh, there we go.
We're looking forward to seeing you guys at the show as well. Hey DJ, how you guys doing? Hey, we still have to hang out and camp, or when you guys come back to visit your relatives, you're right in the neighborhood, so come by and see us. Sunrisa and Snapshot. Hey, everyone, they are celebrating an anniversary. Let's go ahead and wish them a happy anniversary. I forget, I want to say it's 30 years, but if it's not, put it in there. But yeah, let's wish them happy anniversary. How is the weather here? It's fine. We've had some good weather.
Actually,
Hasn't been too
yeah.
bad. And where we're at, it's not too bad right now. We had a lot of rain earlier in the week, but I didn't get that huge snowstorm that everybody was talking about.
No,
so,
it skipped us.
Yep. RVing with Jazz. Hey, how you guys doing? All right, so let's talk. Oh, wow. Okay, guys. 40 years. 40 years. That's a long time. Please, guys, send them your congrats. Send them your congratulations. So let's talk a little bit. If you've seen the video, we've been following my brother and my sister-in-law for 9 months now, helping them to kind of figure out what kind of RV they wanted, what kind of features they wanted, what worked best for them and for the type of truck that they had. Went through a whole big thing where, they had to decide, well, do we want motorized? Do we want something we pull behind? And if we want something to pull behind, will our truck be able to do it? And it all came together at the Hershey RV show. And let me...
Until the wheels fell.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there were some real ups and downs with this. Some things I just did not expect. So all these good wishes of happy anniversaries. Absolutely. 38 years? Wow, New Horizons. That's fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring my brother. Everybody, this is Darren. This is my brother. Please say hello.
Hey, everybody. Hello, all. Hope everybody's having a good evening. But before we start, I wanted to also let you know that, unfortunately, my co-star and lovely wife, Carolyn, cannot be with us today. She also is under the weather and is currently right now laying down. So you got me. Hopefully that's good enough. And we've been married 30 years.
All right.
There you go.
There you go. So, Darren,
Mm-hmm.
we want to talk to you a little bit about is a first time, and folks, please feel free to put your questions in the chat. What was this whole experience like for you from the very beginning of looking for an RV? I'm talking about from the first Maryland RV show that we went to when we were trying to figure out what kind of RV you wanted.
Honestly, it was harder than buying a house.
Why is that?
I mean, the looking, the traveling, the all the different places, all the different RVs we had to look at. It was a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. It was a lot of fun, and it was something really good to have, very knowledgeable people with us. But it's a lot of work, and it's still not complete. And like Sherry said, we've been at this now for what, 9 months? So it's been a while. It's been a lot of work, but we have the feeling that at the end it's going to be very rewarding. But we just have to figure everything out and see which way we're going to go, what we're going to do, and all of that. But it has been a lot of fun. I've met a lot of great people, and hope to continue with this journey that we're on.
What do you think about like the whole process of going to a show? Was that helpful for you? Was it overwhelming?
No, actually, the show was probably the best move we ever made. Being able to walk through, to figure out what's what, figure out what we can get and what we can't. I had no idea of the weight limitations that we would have because we have such a smaller truck. We didn't know. I just figured if I had a pickup truck, I could pull a 7,000-pound travel trailer. But unfortunately, I can't. So we have to get to what we have to get. And it came out pretty good because we were able to see a starting point. I'm not going to be able to go and get into a big fifth wheeler and be able to handle that or drive it or anything like that. So it was best for us to take a look at the smaller ones, which is what we ended up doing as a start, and then moving on, because that is the plan for down the road, to get a larger trailer or camper, and doing our traveling that way.
So this RVing thing is all brand new to you, right? What made you decide, you know what, this is something I might like?
You we went for the first time with Sherry and John. The very first time we went out, we went to a small campsite in Delaware. I was fascinated, number one, by how anybody was able to get these big rigs all into these little spots down these little tiny roads without smashing into everything. That was fascinating to see. But I'm telling you, the time we spent there, just the sitting outside, the family togetherness that we had, and just like I said, just the fact we had a really, really good time, and it really, really turned me and Carolyn. You all know Carolyn. Turned me and Carolyn onto the whole idea of camping. And like I said, the fact that Sherry and John know so much about what they're doing, they were able to school us a lot on what we need to do. And but it was just a great time all the way around. And we've done it again since then, and I just can't wait. I really can't.
Yeah, we can't wait either. So the whole buying experience, there were some ups and downs with that. I know that we have a question here asking what you bought, but we're gonna hold off on answering that question just yet. I'm going to ask if anybody has any questions about the whole buying experience. Just please go ahead and put it in the chat. But you want to talk about like the buying experience and what that was like?
Okay, if you ever sat in a car dealership, okay, you know what you're going to get hit with. Times that by 20. Okay, I mean, if I didn't have Sherry and John with me, and I know I keep on saying that, but I'm not saying that because she's my sister, and my brother-in-law. No, I'm saying that because it is very important that you know, or you have somebody with you that knows exactly what's going on. Because if you don't, you will get taken. I had no idea what it is I'm looking for. I pretty much said, okay, Sherry, whatever he said, whatever he told us, like, Sherry, is that okay? All right, good. Then back and forth. But the finding what we wanted was not the problem. We found what we wanted. We were hoping to get it that day. The issue was sitting down with the sales rep and then sitting down with the finance people. There were a lot of issues that we had with some of them. I didn't find them to be very honest at the time. I didn't find them to be willing to work with us the way we needed to be worked with, even though we told them, okay, look, we are here. We are going to get this camper today. And it was very uncomfortable, very, very uncomfortable. So know who you're dealing with. I'm not saying that everybody is like that, but be prepared for that type of situation.
So Darren, one thing that did happen is that when we started to have some difficulties with, and the dealership that we were working with was Myers, we started having some difficulties with them. We went and got the Keystone rep, and we were like, "What's happening?" Was that helpful? What do you think of that?
Which Keystone? The first guy that we had, he was okay. He sat down with us, talked to us, listened to you, figured out we had the deal all worked out and everything. It was, to me, the problem started when the finance people, well, the finance person, I should say.
I'm not talking about the salesperson. I'm talking about the rep guy. But you know what? That's a good point. Let's talk about like what happened and what went wrong with this deal, because everything was. We had a great price negotiated. We even ran it past Matt at Matt's RV reviews, and he thought it was a great deal that we had. We got him down to a really good price, plus giving you all the equipment that you would need as a part of the deal to be able to tow it with your RV, because there's certain things you have to buy in order to be able to tow it.
We had all of that. We had we were approved for the loan itself. The issue started when, if I remember correctly, Sherry, please, interrupt me if I'm wrong. The issue came up. Well, the first question I asked is like, because on the contract they had X amount of dollars down as a down payment, and I wanted to put more down, and we were told that if we did that, my monthly payment would go up. I didn't understand that. I work in finance. I'm working accounting every day, and I just didn't understand what she was trying to tell me. Why, if I put more down, would my price go up? We were also given an incredibly, what I thought was an incredibly high interest rate. I'm quite proud of my credit score. My wife is too. I'm not ashamed to say that. And we were not expecting to be hit with an interest rate that high. And it just seemed at the time that once we got to the finance people, that they did not want to negotiate with us any farther. That it was pretty much going to be this and that was that. On top of the fact that she was a little rude to my sister. So that kind of
off, didn't she? She really wanted those cameras off.
She didn't want.
So I mean, that's when everything started to go downhill. Now, when we did, we did speak with. I did speak with the Keystone rep, and I will say he was a lot better. He tried to help us out, and we went and talked to some more people, the finance people, and they said they were like, okay, everything, we're going to do everything that needs to be done, the pricing that you agreed upon, everything, but it's late because at the time we had been there since like early that afternoon. It was what 8 or 9 o'clock that night.
Yeah.
And they said, okay, just give me a call in the morning or Monday, excuse me, and we'll get everything square. There is a RV. I'm sorry, Sherry. Well, I keep getting Keystone mixed up.
No, it's Myers.
Myers. Sorry.
Myers is the RV dealership. Yeah.
There was a Myers in
Joppa.
Not far from us. Yeah.
Yeah, not far from us. So they were going to have it delivered there. It was going to go inspect it. We were all geeked up, ready for this. And so I called on Monday.
Wait, I'm going to back you up just 1 minute. I'm going to stop you right there because I don't want to get to exactly how this ended just yet. But they did some pretty tricky things. And there's one thing that I always tell everybody when you're buying an RV, and also everybody in the chat, please put down in there what, any advice you have for anyone buying an RV, especially somebody going through this for the first time, is you have to read your paperwork at every step of the process.
Oh, I forgot that. Yeah.
Because there were a couple of different things they tried to do. Like one of the things that they did is that we specifically said that we did not, because one of the things that I always say when we go to RV shows is don't buy the model from the RV show, especially these big RV shows, because so many people go in and out. And, by the last day of the show, things are falling apart on these RVs and it's just always issues with the RVs that you find at the shows. And we were like, we don't want this one. Ship us another one to our local dealership.
See, that's when they weren't looking. You sent me to go get the unit number.
And we got the yes.
stock number.
Make sure you
I remember that.
numbers
I remember
and
that.
stock numbers, because what did they do, Darren? You remember?
They tried to get us the one that we
didn't want, right? They started with a different stock number.
Yeah.
And John, I was like, John, go get a picture, go get the stock numbers and everything off of that RV, because I know what they're gonna do. I don't trust anybody who's in sales. And I used to sell cars, as a matter of fact, in
That's
college.
how you know.
So I know you can't trust anybody in sales. I was on everybody was.
Do you remember the reaction when it was caught? Oh, I didn't know. Is that really?
I remember that. Yes. So they swapped out. We started this process. We're signing paperwork, and somewhere in the process, they swapped out the numbers, and they were trying to sell him the one that he did not want.
Right.
Yes, they did. I forgot all about that. Thank you.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they did. They really did.
They did.
Why I said it's worse than any time you went to buy a car. I mean, it's just wow. I had no idea.
Let me hop in the chat for just a minute. Let's see what's here. Rick and Darcy are saying hello.
Hi, Rick. Hi.
DJ.
Hi, DJ Hart.
Hi. Everyone's so friendly. What model did you buy?
Well,
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Way to jump to the end, Darren. Thanks, Darren.
oh, no, really.
All right, folks, we're done.
No. But this is good. I mean, it wasn't like I didn't get it because I didn't want it. It was just that whole thing. It was just such a turnoff.
Tell them why you didn't, because you were. So what happened is that they tried to use pressure sales, which never works on us, right?
No.
Somebody tries to pressure me, it just leaves a bad taste, throws me off, and I'm like, see ya. Don't try to do that with me. So they try to pressure sales you and say, you got to do this tonight, and you got to take this.
Yep.
And they were just messing with the wrong people. And we were like, but I was like, no. And Darren's like, no. So we went and found the Keystone rep. The Keystone rep had a conversation with Myers and said, you need to give these people more time. He came back to us and said, okay, you have as much time as you need to get the financing lined up that you want, right? And you don't have to buy this thing tonight.
Right.
He sent an email the next day to the folks in Myers. What happened?
Nothing. Not a word.
They responded to you at first. The first email they responded to, and they said, we'll get right back to you. And then what happened?
Yeah, I mean, and I had the gentleman's card. I even gave him a call. And I'm the type of person, if I call, let me go back. I gave him a call and found out that I guess from his secretary, he wasn't in the office. So I left a message for him to call me back. Never called. So I called again. Left another message this time on his voicemail. Never received a call. Now, like I was saying, I'm the type of person, if I'm trying to do business with you, I'm not going to keep on calling and begging you to do business with me. If you feel that I am not important enough to work with, then the heck with it, as far as I'm concerned. And trust me, and I was calling Sherry almost every day. Sure, I called this guy again today, and never called me back. We called the guy again today, and never called me back. I had Sherry texting somebody to try to find out what's going on, and I don't know. They ended up losing the sale behind that, because we were even to the point where, we were ready to forget about all the issues we had at the show and just go ahead and work with this gentleman and try to get the RV, because we really wanted the RV. I mean, we had made plans. We were going to go camping with Sherry and John not too long after the purchase, and we had plans for this. It was a big deal to us, but it just didn't work out the way we all thought it would.
Yeah, and that was like the hardest part of it, right? It was just like you get so excited about something and you're ready to go and it falls apart. Yeah. But it's okay, right? Because we're gonna find you. We're getting ready to head to the Tampa show.
Yep.
And we're gonna find you the RV, and we'll probably try to even get an even better price. The market's even different now.
I really do wish I can go down there with you, but like I said, folks, and I'm going to tell you this, I'll probably say it until I'm blue in the face till you're sick of hearing it. When you go to do this, please, 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 please make sure that you do your research, make sure that you understand exactly what's going on, or you have somebody with you that understands what's going on. Because with everything that happened, I often wonder what would have happened if Sherry and John weren't there with me. Without knowing, what it is that I'm doing, how they could have gotten over. If they could have gotten over, I would not have known at any time. So
let's go to some more comments. So New Horizons says, I'm following John this year when he tries out something on an RV and it breaks. I'm filming it and maybe go viral. So Darren,
it's not my fault.
John, every time John, just about
gosh.
every RV we go into when we go to these shows and we film, John breaks something.
I don't. It's a reality.
He's always break, especially Jayco's. He really has it out for Jayco's because he broke multiple things in every Jayco.
That last one was already broken when I got there.
That's what you say, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Thank you for the anniversary wishes. You are
very welcome.
Let's see. We gather that you bought from the show. Did you have an inspection done to beings? This was a show model, and a lot of people have gone through the RV at the show.
Yeah.
So I would not let my brother buy a show model.
No.
Nope.
And I would not let him buy without an inspection. So
they tried to get me in that show model too.
Yeah, they did.
They tried to trick me into it.
And they had
me into it.
Yeah, they
switched the paperwork. They switched the paperwork. But yeah, no, never, ever, ever, ever. I don't care how small it is. I don't care how big it is. I don't care how reputable the dealership is. Never buy without an inspection and never buy the show model, ever.
And make sure too that you get the model number, because if you tell them that you want to have it shipped somewhere, or you wanted to if they have the model that you're looking for at the dealership that's closer to your home, you want to make sure that you're buying the right one and not the one that they may have tried to send to them for you to get. They could have taken, I always thought that they could have taken the show model, sent that to the dealership and said, this is the one that he's getting. And not really knowing.
That's what we were afraid of. That's why that's why you take pictures of everything. Always take pictures. Yeah, I mean, take pictures of everything. Everything, because
it was funny because while we were walking through the show, I mean, I had the phone out and every little detail, every little sign, I'm just clicking. Just there's just so much to figure out.
So for someone who's brand new, like you were buying, like what advice would you give them? What's the one thing you would say? Make sure you do this. Research. Do you remember the first video we did at the Maryland RV show? And I don't know if everyone here has seen it, but we did a video at the Maryland RV show with you guys. Do you remember what happened that first day at the RV show? Do you remember when we ran into you? It was a good thing we met you when we did, because do you remember what you were about to do?
What, by the was it the what class?
You guys fell in love with every RV you saw.
Everyone.
Pretty much, yeah. But there was one
right then and there.
There was one that there was one. I see. This is what I'm saying. I don't even know what class it was. But yeah. We were close. They were going to get us.
All right. Some comments. New Horizons. They said they own a Keystone Arcadia. They've had nothing but trouble with customer service, can't get the warranty work done because Keystone is dragging their feet approving everything. That's horrible. That really is terrible. New Horizons, put in the chat whether you're trying to go through a dealership or whether you're trying to schedule an appointment to go to Keystone's repair facility at the manufacturer, and let us know which way you're trying to do that, because that should not happen. I'm guessing if you're at the show, you can probably definitely talk to them there. Hey guys, love the shopping video. Thank you.
See, Dennis, Darren, you're a hit.
What? I was. Oh, that's right. I was in that one. Okay, good.
Yeah, you were in that one.
Yes, that was the video we did about following you, Darren. Did you forget already? Were you so traumatized?
Ever since we've gone out with you guys have the camera going, and I got to figure out which one it is.
I think you were so traumatized that you forgot It was about
that
you.
day. But you want to know something though? You asked me the question too about what I like about all of this and everything, and I'm going to tell you something. I have never met so many wonderful people during all of this. I mean, it's like everywhere we go, people that may know Sherry and John from their videos and all that, even though Carol and I were just standing off to the side, everybody, to just introduce themselves, were very, very friendly, very kind. Everybody was so nice. And we met a lot of people, and it just even made it made the experience good, but it made me think about the future and how much fun it really is going to be, and how many good friends I can meet out of all of this too.
That's the RV community. It's
yeah. I had no idea it was like this.
It is.
I had no idea.
Amazing group of people.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Are you there yet? Are you there yet? Hello from Kelly Joe. Glad to catch this live. Yeah, it's good.
Hey,
glad
welcome.
you got to come. Yeah, really glad
Thank
to
you.
have you here.
Yes.
Absolutely. Most times it is good practice to have your financing in place when buying an RV or automobile. So all you have to do is just discuss the RV or automobile.
Which is exactly what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny that this comes up, because I was even, I was wondering if once we got it, maybe I could take it to my credit union and get it refinanced. But I didn't realize. And Sherry, what was that rule? They said that if once you get it, you couldn't refinance it for what was it, 6 months?
Darren, I don't trust anything that finance lady was saying. She was trying to make money on the finance part of the deal. And I think what a lot of people don't realize too, and obviously RVing with Jazz realizes this, is that they make money on the financing. They may not, if they're not making money on the RV, which they weren't doing, then they're going to try to make money on the financing. And I think that's what happened with you. But, and I would say for the most part, you want to shop around rates and loans and things like that. But when we bought our RV, and I don't know if it was because it was General RV and it was a bigger dealership, I don't know. But the best rate we got was from the rate we went through with General RV.
Yeah, that was the best.
And I shopped around, and I even looked at the same bank, and we got a better deal, a better rate on that loan when we went through the dealership. So sometimes it depends, but it is good to have your financing, because I think it does give you the ability to negotiate more. But then the other thing is that when you tell them up front that you have your own financing, then you get less of a deal. So if you're going to do, if you're going to do that, if you're going to bring your own financing, definitely do it. And if you're comfortable with what you have, just don't tell them that's what you're going to do.
Well, it's like when you're buying a car. You never tell them that you have something waiting on the back end once you sign the paperwork.
Exactly.
So and this is what I was thinking. But but like I said, you don't know. If you don't know, you won't know. And when I brought up the fact about the down payment, because I wanted to pretty much cut the total cost of the RV in half. Well, I can't say RV, travel trailer. I wanted to cut it in half, lower payment, all of that good stuff. But of course they said, no, you can't do that because your payment's going to go up. And then, then they came back with the, well, if you refinance, you have to wait 6 months. Now, I don't know anything about the RV world. So I'm thinking, well, maybe that's really what's going to happen. But finding out now, it was all a crock.
Yeah, I think that that's why we were ready to walk. We were just done with the finance.
By then.
The finance people just were not. She had some other motives there. I am late for the party. Please start over. Okay, everybody rewind.
Right, let's go back.
Brian, you're gonna have to catch it on the replay. All right, and then there's another option too that people have, right? You can always pay cash.
That's
right?
true,
You could take the time, save up the money, and then just pay cash for it, your RVs as well, if you're able to do that. Not everybody's able to do that, but if you are, that's always a good thing to be able to do as well. So, Darren, you want to tell them what the trailer was that you were interested in?
Okay, let me see. It was a Bullet 1900D.
Close. Close. It was a bullet Crossfire, 1900.
Huh? 1900 what?
RD.
RD.
1900.
Yeah.
But it was really nice. I mean, and all you gentlemen out there, when your wife walks in and she says, "This is it," that's pretty much going to be it. So,
yeah, but Darren, you guys said that for every RV. Did you watch the video, Darren?
Oh my God.
Every single RV you walked into was like, this is it.
No, but this one, but there was there was something about this one. And Carolyn walked in and she was like in love with this one. And this was like the other ones that we saw was before we realized I couldn't pull a 7,000-pound travel trailer.
That's true.
So, I mean, we did see nice ones, but this one was nice for the weight that it had.
That's true. And Carolyn really, it was interesting though, right? Because one of the things that we did as a part of looking for the right RV for you to buy was that we sat down beforehand and we went through what is it you want in an RV. And then by the time we got to the passport, all that was out the window. But Carolyn, you wanted a door. Oh, that's okay. Oh, I want it to auto level. Oh, no, that's all right. I like this one because it was that window in the back.
Yes.
And the seating area. And
the window in the back.
After seeing them, you were like, what we really want is a place where everybody can just gather inside the RV. If it's raining or whatever, and we want to have that light, and so that's why you wanted those windows.
You got it. Right. That was a pretty RV.
It was pretty.
Yeah, it was a nice RV. It had
pretty
natural light that came through it, and it was really nice.
And you didn't get a wall, you didn't get a door, but you got a wall that covered
half a wall.
Yeah.
Half a wall.
Stop it. Stop it. Guys, if you don't know what we're talking about, you have to watch the video.
You gotta watch. That's a classic scene. Even I thought so. This is...
See, they make them go to the dealership.
The dealership doesn't no longer sells Keystone Acadia, and Keystone says that you have to use oh my gosh. Back wall is a recall.
Back wall,
and they're still not. You know what? Let's talk when we get to Hershey. Let's see what we can do to help you guys.
You mean Tampa?
Tampa, I mean.
It's all
Tampa.
Right. She's tired, folks.
I'm tired, and
what is a back wall?
The back wall of the RV.
Back wall of the RV.
Yes.
Wall is recall.
Yes.
Sometimes you have walls, things that are installed improperly, and they have to redo them.
So, Darren, things happen in RVs. When we got to Indiana and opened up the door to our RV, our trim started falling off again. So
a trim piece fell off the wall onto our floor.
Yeah, and hit the. Anyway, I got to get rid of that RV. Anyway, okay, Cozy Living Machine. Hey, Cozy, how you doing? That dealership that wanted to work up that price really seemed like a shyster. It's sad that plenty of folks clearly fall for it. And they do.
I would have. I would have fallen for it. Because we love this so we don't know, like I said. So and I would have fallen for it.
Yeah, but I think what happened was, remember when we talked to Matt, you remember his face? He was like, you guys got a good price. And I'm thinking they didn't want to sell it at that price.
Or they wanted to find a way to make some money on the back end.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, they were going to get, that's why they wanted the low down payment so they can make more interest off of it. That's how they're going to make their money.
Okay, so some dealerships are trying to tell us that if we get a 20-year loan, that the interest rate would be higher than a 15-year loan. Have you heard that? Yes, I have heard. And this happens with cars too.
Yeah.
If you extend the loan a certain amount, I have heard of the interest rate of the loan going up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you go to your credit union or your bank and you look at the car loans, sometimes that interest rate, the longer the period, the higher that rate will be.
Oh, okay then.
Sometimes that happens, yeah.
Yeah.
The back wall will come off if not fixed, but no dealership wants to deal with Keystone because they won't pay their bills with them.
Oh, that's the
problem.
Okay. Well, sounds to me like Keystone is, I don't know. It doesn't sound like they're a good outfit.
No, it doesn't.
At all.
It doesn't. But New Horizons, let's chat. Let's see if we can corner some Keystone reps at this Tampa show and get you some some justice.
Math ain't math.
The finance department's math ain't mathing.
No, it wasn't.
Not mathing at all.
No, but the thing is that when they sit there and they look at you and they tell you this, and they look at you with the straightest face because they don't think you know what they're talking about.
Oh, Darren, do you remember what she did? Do you remember what she did when she was trying? I forgot about this too.
Oh,
This was the worst
I
part
know
of this
where
was
you're going.
finance is what lost this sale for them.
Yep.
Do you remember when she was talking you through the financing? She had the paper folded up like in a trifold.
Oh, yeah.
And
then
on that paper was a
all
bunch
the extra
of
charges.
other stuff that they were trying to sell and put in there. Do you remember that?
I forgot about that.
And we were like 1 second from saying, yeah, and then she said, oh, by the way, and then unfolded.
No, I asked her, I was like, let me see that paper.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, I'm telling you, the whole experience is like, it just makes you think that they think you're stupid. And
I do.
Yeah. And like I said, they were just rude too.
And the signature part was there, and the original cost of the RV was there, but what was covered was all the other stuff she was trying to sneak in there, and she had to go back and redo it without all that stuff on there.
Yeah.
I almost forgot about that.
Just trying to grab money, pretty much.
Yep. So glad y'all walked away from them.
Oh,
So are we.
Be prepared for all.
So am I.
I brought my motorhome used and was able to pay cash.
Well, that's a good way to do it.
And Darren, that's something that we talked about too, isn't it? We said, well, maybe we can get you a used one, right?
Right.
Or we talked just not anything 2019 or earlier, because you don't want anything from 2021, and I'm still questionable on 22s, just because.
No, I don't want a COVID camper.
See,
Exactly.
you learn.
Yeah, I'm learning.
You're learning. My mom went to buy a Kia Soul for $20,995, and they somehow added enough fees, finance charges, markups, etc., that it would have been
Wow.
What?
Wow. 11 grand?
Yeah, 31.
Jeez.
Yeah, Soul? Holy cow, yeah. See? Wow. So, yeah, having your financing ahead of time. You know what we usually do when we buy cars is I always have that check.
Yeah.
And then if they can do better, they do better. And if they can't, here's my check.
But you don't let them know that. I know you,
No, I don't.
You leave that to the very end.
Yep. This is the one. I think that's going back to you guys and walking into all of the RVs and like, this is the one.
This is the one.
This is the one.
This is the
one. Yep. That's
You know what I might do? You know what I might do? I might go get and this is what I could do. I can go to the credit union. And see, just find out, whatever number is qualified for. And then when you go to Tampa, the money's there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So maybe when you go to Tampa, you see the ones that Darren, you got to get this. And you're saying everything is good, you got the numbers, then you can square it away right away.
Yep.
You see what I mean?
I see
if that makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Imagine
making something so light that the damn back wall falls off while you're going down the road.
Oh, that's not fun.
All right, Cozy. No. Cozy's going to be appearing all night.
Yeah, that's like.
Yeah.
It's just bad quality. It's just bad. It's bad quality all around, All right, Steve saying hi to Cozy. Oh, and if you guys haven't seen, we have a lot of channels here that I didn't mention. And usually I mention this, but I know I wanted to chat with my brother, but we've got a bunch of channels in here. We've got Cozy. We've got some recent Snapshot. We've got Aria There Yet. We've got RVing with Jazz. So if you haven't checked out these channels, and if I'm missing anyone, go ahead and just put it down there. I've got my channel and I'm here. Please check them out. These are all really good channels. I woke to rain hitting my face while sleeping during vacation. Stuff happens.
Oh my gosh, that's kind of a big thing, though.
That's
Wow.
I knew about that because we were talking about the leak that we had
right
up in Indiana and trying to figure out what it was. But yeah,
so are leaks common?
Probably more common than they should be, Darren.
Right.
That's why you have an inspection, but sometimes inspections don't pick everything up.
Yep.
It's just bad quality. All right, let's see. So you have not purchased yet? No.
Unfortunately, no.
We decided to walk away from that. And then when they wouldn't respond to him, oh, you know what happened too, Darren? It was like 2 months later, because the Hershey RV show was in September.
Right.
And then in December, Chaz, the salesman,
reached
out to me to say, what happened? Has your brother, like, he's not getting back to us.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, what are they telling you? They must have gotten desperate, right? Because November was a really bad month for RV sales. In December, I'm guessing I think the number should be out now, but it's probably a very bad month for RV sales as well. And you reached back out to him and told him what happened, right? But apparently nobody.
Yeah. I felt bad for Chaz. I felt bad for Chaz because, it looked like, with the exception of trying to switch the serial numbers, it seemed like he was a decent guy. He was really trying to work stuff out. But it was his superiors, that weren't playing the game. So,
and I don't think it was Chaz that gave you the wrong model number. I think that when he went back there and they gave him the paperwork, and he doesn't write the paperwork up himself. I think you're right. I think it was like his manager back there that did that, not him.
Just think it's possible.
Yep. All right, folks saying hi. Saying hi. It's always good. We love it when if the back wall falls off, it probably won't last 20 years. Oh, I seriously doubt it. And New Horizons, I really hope you're looking. I know you're looking because you're looking for some. I hope you're looking for some other RVs, because I think at that point it's probably time to move on. I once canceled an extended warranty after a month of purchasing an Airstream. The dealership balked, and then when I pushed it, was so incredibly angry with me, I couldn't believe it, because they're all making money. You took cash out of their pocket, Cozy. Hey, come on, you took their money. Hey, Joel, Emma. Yep, Joel is Cozy for anybody who does. Cozy Living Machine for anybody who doesn't know that. Oh, Glam Fam Campers, another YouTuber.
Yep.
Hey, guys.
I mean, this is how close we got too. We even bought our sign.
Oh yeah, you bought a sign for your.
We bought our sign. It said Darren and Carolyn. Established 2023. That sign is still sitting. Well, it's somewhere around here, but we haven't been able to use it yet. Can't wait till we can.
It was a nice sign. It was like one of those signs you put at your campsite, and it has your name and.
Yeah, it was really nice. That's how close we were. Yeah,
they really wanted that. It just angers me that it didn't turn out the way that we really hoped that it would.
But I'm a firm believer though, in that things always happen for a reason. So I can't get this one here. There might be a really nicer one waiting for me somewhere else.
That's a good attitude. Attitude.
That's the attitude I have to take, or else I'd just be upset.
Yeah.
That's why I buy used first for an RV and then learn the process before big payments. Oh, because there's definitely a lot to learn. And we talked a little bit about that at the show, Darren, and we talked about how much, all the different things, like, and we talked a little bit about, where does the poo go, and how does leveling work, and
how to empty it out, and
we're just gonna follow.
The funny part was the story John gave me about what's going to happen when I try to park the thing the first time.
Oh yeah, we'll have the cameras and the popcorn, and we'll just be watching, having a good time.
Stay tuned for that one, because that one's going to be a riot. Yeah, that's going to be a riot.
That's going to be really good content. We lucked out with our 2019 Nick of Time.
Yeah, 19.
Yep. Hola. Best years for RVs, 2000 through 2008. I also went and got pre-approved for a loan to know my limits also. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Good.
See, that's what I'm saying. That might be the way I end up going.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And the older ones are built better. Although I did see, like at the Hershey RV show for the 2024s, I did see an improvement in the quality on the 2024s, and I'm hoping that continues with the 2025s, with the exception of a few manufacturers, including one of my favorites. I was a little disappointed in.
I know.
Yeah. Plus, the glue they used to put the ceiling tiles up and the glue panels to the side walls went bad. The glue has turned my ceiling yellow and yellow. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
This
sure
is
it does.
horrible.
Nasty.
Wow.
Wow. Yes.
Hey, maybe you need to get in touch with I don't know if you've heard of the RV wingman. He's got a lawyer that a lot of people, an RV lemon law lawyer that he's very familiar with and talks about and appears in a show regularly. I would definitely check him out.
Cash is king.
Why don't you read this one, John? I'm losing my voice.
Cash is king. Dang, so few of us are disciplined or even in the position to save enough to pay cash. But it sure puts a stop to the finance nonsense. Yes, it does.
Yeah. Or just don't deal directly with the dealerships.
Just go to your bank.
Just go to the bank.
Yep.
You know, and from what all these nice people are saying, it seems to me that most of the problems are coming from the newer ones.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
Ever since 2021, they were slapping them together because everyone was snapping them up. But now things have slowed down again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Steve Egbert, he says he has a channel.
I didn't know you had a channel. We're going to check you out.
No fancy name. What's the name?
Is the name just your name? Let us know. We want to check you out.
Yes. Let us know.
The recall letter for our back wall wrote August. We just now got it.
Oh.
What? Okay.
Wow.
Now that you have the letter, then you should be able to get it fixed, I would hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing that people don't realize. RV dealerships are not like car dealerships. If you buy your RV from them, they're not obligated to fix it. Or if they do fix it, they're not obligated to give it back to you in a reasonable amount of time.
No.
Or you can't just like buy from one dealership and take it to another dealership. Like, for example, we bought ours, a General RV, and we had a recall. And we thought, well, we don't really want to drive to Richmond. Plus, General tends to mess up things whenever they touch them.
Yeah.
Let's go to Leo's. They're local. And we call Leo's, and Leo's like, well, we've got about a 7-month wait list. Did you buy from us? No. Yeah, then you're going to have to go on that 7-month wait list. I'm like, what? But if we bought from them, then we would have been prioritized. And so that's how it works.
Wow.
Different. John.
Yeah, it turns out the 5 years of jiggling down the road, the back AC seal is wiggled loose enough to allow water into the AC vent. Okay, and it was at the 36-hour mark of a nonstop rain. Oh, wow, in Florida Keys.
So one thing too, like for anybody who's new to RVing or is looking to get an RV, it's just like, and I know you hear this, like taking your house through an earthquake and a hurricane and everything else, but it really is. Where you drive will impact how well your RV stays put together.
Yep.
Our bounder did well for a couple of years.
Yep.
And it wasn't until we took our Yellowstone trip through the roads in Illinois and Colorado that everything started to fall apart.
Like, oh my gosh.
Nothing major, but major for us. Well, it was a lot of work for you though.
Yeah, it's just
because the trim is still falling off, and I think it's still from that trip. It's just that.
Was it rough roads?
Oh, the roads were horrible, Darren. They were terrible.
Denver was terrible.
Really?
My driver's side mirror shook loose.
Oh yeah, the driver's side mirror broke. All kinds of pieces came off.
Oh my god.
Just from the road. So that makes a difference. And then once you have one thing you have to learn is like every season you should be checking your RV and tightening things up and making sure nothing's loose. You have to do that or it'll just fall apart. You have to put maintenance into it just like you would a house.
Yeah, I keep a full set of tools out there like I do here.
Yep. That's the best attitude to have. Positive.
Positive, yes.
Absolutely.
Hey, you have to. I learned that one.
Yep.
Okay, I'm very curious what the future holds. RV sales have chilled a little bit, but the prices haven't been dropping almost at all from what I've seen.
So here's what I'll say about that, Cozy, and this is what we saw at the Hershey RV show and what we've seen just advertised at other RV dealerships. While the MSRP is not really changing, the amount you can take off of that MSRP has increased significantly in the past few years.
Yep.
So like, we went to our RV show in, what was it, 2021, 2022.
Yeah.
The prices were going up.
Yep.
on a daily basis at the show.
Every day.
Whereas this year it was like we weren't even there a day and the prices were going down. And we saw multiple people negotiating in the 45% to 48% off range.
Yep.
And I still firmly believe that on some brands, you can get 50% off or more on some of these RVs, especially since we're now going, some of these RVs are now going into the 2025 year. 2025s are coming out. We saw our first 2025. So, but there's still 2024s and 2023s and 2022s on the lot. And the dealerships, they are paying money to have these on the lot. They've got to pay a fee, just like we take out loans. They take out loans, and I forget what it's called, but they take out loans too for these RVs, and they've got to keep paying on it. So they want to get rid of them, and they'll get rid of them at a loss because they're not paying extra for it. So you can take a lot off on these RVs, a lot more than you have been able to in the past.
Well, let me ask you this, Sherry, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the cutoff? Example, we know the COVID campers aren't any good, but what would be the cutoff? I mean, are you saying that the 2023s are better built, or the 2024s? Or in other words, the farther we get down away from the COVID situation, are the RVs being built better?
I saw the 2024s that I saw were a lot better than the 2023s, 2022s, 21s, and 20s. So, and I'm hoping they're putting out less per week than they have been in the past because the demand is down. And I think that the RV industry is starting to realize that they can't continue just putting out, excuse my expression, garbage. Okay, I know I'm not really good.
Well, you could have said it. You could have said it.
I'm using it as kind of the most wonderful word I can come up with. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't. Cozy, put something in there for me for what they really are. You can do it. I know you can. I can't. I can't use this word. But
no, the reason why I asked is like, so I'm thinking maybe
your cat just walked behind you. I'm sorry.
Didn't even know it's right there.
So maybe then, okay, since you're saying that now the newer models are being better built, the 24s, maybe even the 25s, maybe it's better because the one I was going to buy, what was that, 23?
No, it's a 24.
Oh, it was a 24?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I made sure.
All right. Well, that answers that.
I'm very curious what the future holds. RV sales have chilled a little bit. Oh, I just read this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next.
Sounds like good footage for your channel. Okay. Oh, yeah. I think she might be referring to the whole thing we talked about, the popcorn and the...
gosh.
Yeah. It's like delay in these things.
Yeah.
So
Research.
Can't do it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Or take somebody that knows what they're doing.
Oh, well, that's interesting. They changed the glue for 2022 because it was cheaper and profit margins balances. That's just so.
See, that's another COVID thing, 2022.
All right, Steve, we're going to check you out.
Steve Egbert.
We're going to check you out.
Egbert.
Mm-hmm.
Egbert.
Okay, Rick and Darcy, it stinks that they won't give us anything close to what a motorhome is valued, so we have to wait before we can sell and buy again. Yeah, so the whole thing about, when new prices are going down and there are less sales and less demand, there's less demand a lot of times for old ones too. Unless you have like a 2019 or before. No.
Yeah, maybe.
Not true. Not true. But yeah, that's true. That's unfortunate, right? Because that's the thing that we're thinking about, because we're like we've had it up to here with ours now. With all the leaks and so you guys don't know this, but like when we went back to Indiana and it snowed and it rained, well, some of you might know this, we found more water in our dash, and so we had to stay later on Monday so they could try to figure out what was going on. Hopefully they did, but I've said that before, so
yeah, we'll see.
Have to be like John and be able to make your own repairs.
Yes,
absolutely.
That's a good point.
I learned the hard way to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Had to learn by doing, it's just like fixing a house, except sometimes it's like fixing a car. It's kind of weird.
Fixing a house and a car.
It's like when you get a house, I mean, you got to figure a lot of stuff out on the fly.
Right.
I live in Illinois. Can confirm. Roads suck.
Oh my gosh.
There you go. Yeah. Those
Yeah.
were some of the worst roads we've ever driven on.
I still say they don't beat Denver. Go out there.
If I go west again, I'm gonna
Highway roads.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm riding around Illinois and Colorado. I'm not going through them again. It's just I can't afford to do that.
Oh my gosh, it shook us to death.
Why don't you read, John?
That's an annoying part of RVing to me, is that there are parts that we can't just pick up at a hardware store. Wanting to make repairs look decent, let alone match. It can be tough.
Oh yeah, I agree. All right, we've got Jason here. Why don't you read it?
Jason's heading to Tampa next week, but I'm a couple of years out from buying an RV. However, if the prices keep dropping, might have to buy soon. Yeah.
I think we're going to see this for a little bit.
Yep, I think so.
Definitely for as long as the interest rates are high.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yep. But Jason, if you see us, say hello to us, please.
Yeah, stop by.
Yep.
Oh, there it is.
Thank you.
Good one.
There it is. If you
Can I
look,
read one?
What was that?
Can I
yeah.
read one?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, cool. If you look at a 2020, make sure you check the build date because some of them were built in 2019.
Yeah, usually that especially goes for the chassis when you buy motorized, because ours is a 2021, but the Ford chassis is a 2020.
That's a really good point. Thank you, Rick and Darcy. That's a really good one. That's good.
Yep.
Go ahead, Dan. You can read that one.
And I got no problem with it. Yeah, they're putting out pure bullshit. It's like some of it is just trash. What's more fascinating is that there are plenty of folks who argue for the quality of the motorhomes. Cough. Thor Vegas.
Thor Vegas. Hey, Darren, didn't
Help
you?
me out here. What's Thor Vegas?
Huh? That was the first one he wanted to get.
He wanted to get
saw
a Thor.
And he was like, oh man, this is awesome. Remember?
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah.
saw Thor at the Maryland RV show, and you're like, this is great.
That's one of the ones I like too. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, from what the other person said, everyone we got into.
Now, I did, and I think Cozy's taking some slack because he did a tour on a Thor, and we did a tour on a Thor.
Yeah.
And we were like, I didn't even want to give it to a 1. I wanted to give it a 0. And John had to convince me that I had to at least give it a 1.
I mean,
but we got a lot of slack for that because there are a lot of Thor owners who really love their RVs.
they like their Thors.
I would really like to meet one in person because I think they're just making it up.
I have a hunch.
What?
I have a hunch that it's like rolling the dice. Like if
you
get
that
Thor,
one lucky one,
you get a Thor today, and then somebody comes and gets a Thor tomorrow, and one of you is going to have chunk, and one of you is going to be great.
Do you really think it's 50%? I think it's
maybe it's less.
I think 3 people buy junk and 1 person gets a good one.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying.
Look, the one they had at the RV show when we were there, and that's supposed to be putting your best foot forward.
It was leaking.
It was leaking. The dash had water on it.
Yes, it did.
How do you display something if that's your best? I hate to see what your worst is, or even your regular. You know, I don't know. Anyway, thank you, Cozy.
Yeah.
Darren, you want to read it?
A little empathy from Cozy. By the way, we had our windshield leak as well as spark plug wires on our vacation.
Yeah, we had the spark plug wire. Well, they have a vacationer. It's what it's called. It's called a Holiday Rambler Vacationer.
It's the same as ours.
It is.
But the Holiday Rambler version, pretty much, and they have bunks. But yeah, the windshield leak, it turns out that and one of our viewers tipped us off to this. It turns out the windshield leak for us might have actually been the clearance lights.
Yeah.
Or it might have been a combination of the two.
Right.
So if your leak continues, Cozy, it's very well might need some extra sealant on the clearance lights.
Or the seal between the cap.
Oh, yeah, because when we were at Rev, the maintenance guys told us they were very frustrated with the guys down the street that actually build them.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't spend a little extra money to put a little extra goop in there to keep water out. And apparently that's how they make them.
Let me ask you this, though. I'm getting a beginner travel trailer. So to me, it doesn't seem like there could be a whole lot that could go wrong with it. Maybe a little thing here or there.
You'll be surprised.
You'll be surprised, but go ahead.
Really?
Go
Okay.
ahead.
Now, you guys have, the actual RV, the bus that you drive. With these type of problems, spark plug wires on the windshield and all, would this happen in a fifth wheeler?
A fifth? No, it's those are trailers, so they're not motorized, so you don't have to worry about motor anything.
No motor issues,
except for your tow vehicle. But if you're buying a truck, like I would buy like a Ford F-350 or 450, and I wouldn't worry too much. I own a Ford Mustang anyway. It's my third Ford. And our RV, the only complaint I've had about the Ford so far is the fact that they use substandard spark plug wires when they produced this one, because they couldn't stand up to the heat. So the new wires we got now can stand up to the heat of this engine.
But you still will have to worry about a lot of the issues. Travel trailers still have leaks.
Yeah.
Travel trailers still need maintenance. They still, you still have to make sure that you do certain things at the beginning and the end of the season.
The tires.
So yeah, you still have to do that. Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen blown tires on some of these.
Okay.
To be honest, I don't see the quality going up. I see the prices are going down with discounts. Most are not knowable with the purchase process, so most get in over their heads.
Yeah. I just I have seen a little bit of improvements, and I think that Josh the RV nerd, he put out a video too about some of the. And I don't know if it's because there's less sales, but there are actually some heads of some of these RV companies, like CEOs and stuff, that are like, okay, we've got to switch, we got to change.
Right.
So I don't have the insight that Josh has, but I'm very interested to see. He's supposed to be putting out another video about it, maybe sometime next month.
Yeah.
I'm very interested to see. He hinted at it, but he couldn't give us information because he was getting he got some anonymous letters. So he really couldn't put out the whole thing just yet. So I'm hoping that we do see it, but we won't know. I don't know. I've seen some. I've seen some go up and I've seen some go down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Most still think they have the same kind of warranty as a vehicle. No.
Yeah.
It doesn't?
It's not.
No, Darren. Well, number one, it's not a. No, they don't. You saw the warranty when we bought it. They usually have like 2 to 3 years. That's it.
Oh.
And 2 years. 1 year. Some have like a 1 year, and it varies. Like a 1 year, structural.
Yeah.
2 years. Some have, it depends on who you buy from. What that warranty is going to be. There's some that only give you 1 year.
Wow. Okay.
Go ahead, John.
Oh, we had a fair share. We had a fair share of shakedown issues when we got a Thor.
Oh, that's right. You have a Thor.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sorry, we didn't mean to say.
I hope we didn't insult you, but no, but I think that they had their shakedown issues, and I think that theirs has been fairly reliable. I think you've got one of the reliable ones, if I'm right. Thor makes great floor plans, and that's what sells. But as for Thor in general, they are poo-poo. Absolutely, I'm with you on that.
That's the thing.
The floor plans are good. I mean, that Vegas,
yeah,
it's nice.
It's a cute
floor plan. And it's
plan.
affordable. It's just,
hey, we looked at a diesel once, and it looked pretty inside.
They look nice.
They do. They look beautiful.
They just fall apart.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing to Tiffin too.
A lot of folks don't know that you have to fill the oil through the dash. I couldn't believe that when I learned.
Wait, what?
Well, the oil fill is way up high.
Yeah, but you don't do yours through the dash.
I don't do the oil fill.
You don't?
No.
Then what happens with the oil? You haven't filled the oil?
No, I never touched it.
Oh, we just take it for the.
Yeah, we take it to Ted Britt or somebody else to deal with that. You haven't seen where those things are? They're up at the top.
Have you done? You have to do a video on that if you haven't already, and if you have, put the name of the video because we'll have to see that.
I don't want to go through that. I looked at it and I said, I don't know what they expect me to do with that because the dipsticks are way up.
When we get our tires rotated and stuff like that, that's when we do that. Yeah, you're right. We just have them do that.
We just have them do it
because it's not that much more just to have them do that.
It isn't.
Yep. Love it once they took care of this.
I'm not reading it.
You can finish it.
Makes the mistakes in shabby cabinet, hanging and glue on the wallpaper. Yeah, I hate that.
Oh my gosh, super sticker. Thank you so much, Rick and Darcy. That is so nice of you. We really appreciate that.
All right, help me
that's
out. What's a super sticker?
Buy a scamp trailer. Oh, those are cute. Scamps.
Yeah, scamps are
Well,
really
I don't
cute.
think I don't think Carolyn would like it. Maybe.
I don't
They're
think they would
cute.
like it. They don't have. I don't think
No,
they.
she didn't like the wet bath. So
Oh, that's right. The wet
No, she's
bath.
like no on a wet bath.
She got the wet bath.
Okay.
No.
You know, guys, we've been
Oh,
over an hour.
Yeah.
We'll keep going and we'll get through these comments.
Did your brother get? No, not yet.
Hey there, just tuned in. We are on our way down to Florida for the show. Yay!
Oh,
We'll see you at the show.
We are definitely bringing our rig down. We just got it back from Indiana.
Yeah, we drove straight. We went and picked it up, and because
Oh,
I had to fix something, we had to drive straight through the night so we could on Monday, so we could be to work on Tuesday.
I
We
know.
stopped at a Maryland rest area, which only allows 2 hours of sleep.
we stayed there
We
for
stayed
4
for 4
hours.
Hoping we wouldn't get a bang, 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 bang on the door. Yeah, we got to within 1 hour of home, and
Oh, that was too much.
and we couldn't go any further.
We wanted to stay back an hour earlier, but the place we wanted to stay was questionable.
Oh yeah, we were gonna stay at Cracker Barrel in Cumberland, but then
Right.
I started reading Hagerstown.
Hagerstown.
We were gonna stop at a Cracker Barrel, but then I read the reviews, and there were a lot of reviews about drug activity and
Yeah.
homeless people in the woods trying to steal stuff, and
So we said no.
nope. So
nope.
We're not staying there.
We didn't stay there. No insult.
No insult taken. I was ready to leave the hubby at the side of the road when the microwave bracket broke. Oh my gosh. It fell and broke.
Oh man.
Your microwave came off the wall.
So, wow.
Oil fill on the Vegas axis. Not on our rigs.
Oh,
When I did a video on our rigs, it's not nearly as bad as it looks. Yeah, it looks pretty bad because ours is up pretty high.
So I must have missed that because I saw that video. Maybe I just don't remember it because I think it was a little while ago I saw that one. I use a pump to pump the new oil into fill. It's a pain.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
At least you have a pump for it.
Well,
That
the
works.
Integrate's not so bad because we take
Yeah.
it there every so often just to get things done.
Yep, and they're good.
They're good. They're really good.
All right.
Appreciate the
Thank
live.
you.
Appreciate you all. Thank you.
Appreciate you too.
Yeah. Finally caught another live stream. Yay.
Congrats to your fam on the new RV. So exciting. Well, they didn't get it yet, but hopefully they'll get it.
It's coming. It's
Hopefully
coming.
soon. First month.
It's coming.
Is that the first month you've had the RV? Or?
That was the first month they had that she had the RV. Huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right,
Darren,
folks. Yep.
any last words or any advice anybody wants to give to Darren before we call this a night?
Yep.
Research.
There it is.
There you
Say it
go.
enough.
The word of
What
the
you
day.
doing?
The
Can't
word
say
of
enough.
the day. Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, thank you all for taking the time. I really do appreciate this. My first ever live stream
Yeah.
for anything.
Hey, everyone. How did Darren do? How did he
Yeah,
do
how
tonight?
did
Let
he
him know
do?
how he do. Did he do a good job? I think he did. I think he did
Well,
really good.
do we have to kick him off our live streams now?
When you go to Tampa show.
Oh, when do we go?
Oh, we're leaving tomorrow.
Yeah, we're leaving tomorrow.
Oh, you're leaving tomorrow?
Yep.
Yeah, tomorrow in the afternoon.
Yeah. Will you show
When are you
price
getting down? Because I'll go to the bank.
and give us some money?
Well, and find out what I can get.
We'll probably
We'll
get
get there
down-
on Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
All right.
Monday.
Okay.
Will you show prices? Most definitely. We always show the prices.
Always.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
night.
Good night, everybody.
You did awesome.
Oh, thank you.
And on all the
Oh, man,
lives.
come on.
All right, Dan, you did a good
Great.
job.
They like it.
All right.
Bro did
It won't be
great.
the last time you guys see me. Trust
Bro
me.
did great.
Stay
Oh,
tuned
they
for the
want-
parking episode.
We're showing all the
You're watching all
lives.
the lives, Darren. All right, good night,
Good
everyone.
night, everybody.
Bye night.